Right, hello lads and lasses and welcome back to the channel. This isn't really how I anticipated I would return to doing videos. I didn't expect this to happen for another year, but here we are, and I was one of the advocates of we have to be ready when it happens, and I tell you what, I was not ready for this. I really was not ready for this, but I think the only appropriate way to start this video is by saying thank you to Ange. Thank you for the monumentous job he did at Celtic and in the 2 years he was at this club. He turned around a team that did not want to play football, who were 25 points behind Rangers, to a team that has now won the league 2 years in a row. He completely rebuilt a squad that had no depth and about 2 or 3 individual talents that would, with their own talent, win Celtic games, to a team where every single player is as pivotal as the next, and if a single player doesn't perform, the whole team will break down. An equally balanced, attacking-minded, beautiful team to watch. We look at the team Lennon left us with. Odds on Edouard wanted out, Christopher Ajer wanted out, Ryan Christie wanted out. We look at the team Celtic has now. And while Celtic's B team isn't maybe as strong as we thought it was in recent times, it is still, the depth we have is utterly incredible. You know, we finished that 2020-21 season with Stephen Welsh and Christopher Ajer as our centre backs. Right now, Stephen Welsh can't even get onto the bench for Celtic. It's levels, you know. What he did for this football club is incredible, you know. Everyone knows. Like I said, 25 points behind, 2 league titles, 2 league cups, and a Scottish Cup, a domestic treble in his second season here. He won 5 out of 6 domestic trophies available to him in his time at Celtic. He finished at Celtic with a win percentage of 73.5%, just 2% lower than the highest of all time, which is held by Martin O'Neill at 75.5%. What Ange has done at this football club is nothing but incredible, and I honestly wish we got to keep him for one more year. You know, it's a testament to Ange, the fact that he's been signed by a historically Big Six Premier League club after just 2 seasons at Celtic. You know, Brendan Rodgers won, I think it was like 2 trebles with Celtic, and all he could do was get to Leicester, albeit Leicester were a Premier League champion a couple of years before, but still not notoriously a Big Six team. And I really don't know how we could, you know, Ange really did this, as sad as it is, as gut-wrenching as it is. You know, since the rumours came out, I was like, nah, no chance. I even told my friends, no chance Ange leaves for Tottenham. He knows that is a death wish. It's a death sentence. But you think about it, and it's exactly the scenario Ange loves to put himself in. He came to Celtic, like I said, 25 points behind. Everyone writing him off. What does he do? Puts out arguably the best team I've ever seen. Honestly, no, not even arguably. Definitively the best team I've ever seen Celtic have. And the most beautiful, free-flowing, attacking football I've seen in any team I've watched so far in my footballing, in my life. And you know, people will say, oh, he's a snake, all the badge tapping, everything like that, but Ange left us in a place which I don't think any manager has left Celtic before. We are in arguably the strongest position we have ever been as a football club. Our depth is insane. Our players are insane, you know. When Brendan Rodgers left Celtic, it was mid-season, and, you know, Rangers with Stevie G were starting to catch up to Celtic. Ange has left us at the end of the season with the whole off-season to prepare for a new season. He's left us with a batch of players who are incredible. He's left us as the domestic treble winners. You know, he didn't leave mid-season. He didn't force his way out of the club. He didn't break a contract. He was on a 12-month rolling contract. Sure, he didn't accept a new contract, but yeah, he was faced with 2 offers and he chose Spurs over Celtic. You know, that If anyone was offered, 12, what is he being paid? Like 5 million or 12 million a season. I think it's 5 million a season. That is utterly incredible, being paid that much. You have to think Ange came on a boat to Celtic. It's as simple as that. He left Greece. His dad had just lost his business when he was 5 years old. They moved to Australia and they started from nothing. The man has come from nothing to earning 5 million a season. He has done what only few can dream of. And for a man who came from nothing, money and setting up his family is so very important to him. While he 100% could have a happy, well-off life under the wages Celtic offered him, he knows the wages at Spurs are better. And while I'm sure money isn't the only factor, it's a significant factor to provide for his family. Ange is a family man. He's a loving, kind, gentle giant in my eyes, and a shot at managing a club who haven't won a trophy, or have won the Audi Cup, who haven't won a proper trophy in God knows how long, ever even. I'm not 100% certain with Spurs, but I can't remember. God knows how long Spurs haven't won a trophy for. I know it's ages, but that is the challenge, Alan. That is the challenge Ange relishes. He wants to be there. He wants to bring Spurs their first trophy. That is a challenge Ange will relish. It is a challenge he will absolutely take on with full force. And I do 100% wish him the best of luck, because he was an incredible servant to Celtic. There is no one can doubt that. Whether you're still angry about it, whether you're still in denial, whether you're just purely upset like me, it's something you have to accept. And there's so many Ange moments I want to talk about, because he is there's so many moments where you'd fall in love with him. Like the fans fell in love with him. The League Cup final where he won his first trophy, the 3-0 derby against Rangers at Celtic Park on that Thursday morning here in Australia. The League Cup, winning the Scottish Cup, winning the league this year, winning the league last year, winning the League Cup again against Rangers this year. The final match day against Motherwell, I believe it was, Aberdeen or Motherwell last year, and he had the whole speech where you've embraced myself, you've embraced my family, that gut-wrenching, heart-moving, whatever you want to call it. So many moments, just beautiful, beautiful moments. He managed us in Europe. While we didn't even win a game in Europe under Ange, like in the Champions League, it still was incredible to see Ange there. The Sydney Super Cup, while I never got to see Ange's team in the league play like live, I got to see him in the Sydney Super Cup, which is something, but it isn't the same, and that is something I do highly regret not being able to see, and that is why I wanted to keep him for one more season. But such is life, and opportunities come and they go, and you have to move on. It's just there's so many things I want to talk about. I know I'm waffling right now because I don't have a script in front of me, because I just wanted to talk off the top of my head. But I think every Celtic fan should be so grateful that we got to experience 2 years with Ange. Those 2 years, probably the best years of my life as a Celtic fan. My dad has even said to me that these 2 years of watching Ange are some of the best years of watching Celtic he's enjoyed. He's told me himself, it's like Martin O'Neill all over again. The Martin O'Neill inherited a squad that were 21 points behind Rangers the season beforehand. Ange is just incredible. This is just one big long video of me getting my feelings out. I think this is more cathartic for me than it is for rather than to make a video. I just needed to come on here and talk about this for a while. It's just so upsetting at the end of the day. But what can you do? It still feels pretty surreal to me. I can't even lie. I can't even just scrolling through my phone, seeing all the posts, seeing all the news. It still hasn't sunk in that come Flag Day this coming season, Ange won't be in the dugout John Kennedy probably won't be in the dugout. Harry Kewell probably won't be in the dugout. Gavin Strachan probably won't be in the dugout. It'll be a whole completely new look Celtic squad, Celtic coaching staff, and I'm looking forward to the future. If any of you ask me, have I got any options? Do I know of anyone that I want to manage Celtic? You know, I really haven't looked into it. I've seen the City assistant thrown in there. I've seen the Bodo Glimt manager thrown in there. Knutson or whatever his name is. You know, I just really am so upset and so disappointed. There's not much else to say. It's just, what more can you say? And, you know, if he takes Leo, like, I'm sure he's going to take Celtic players with him. I think that's something that it's going to annoy fans, but, you know, that's football. You know, Jota will probably go. I'm Jota or Abada, one of the two will go. There's even, I'm not sure how certain this is going to be, but a strong part of me feels like Kyogo will go with Ange too. The bond they have is so unbelievably special. It's incredible. I don't know what to think. I think a lot will be unraveled in the next coming months. And I'm here for the journey. I'm here to see where Celtic go forward, how we progress with this, whether we whether we bring in a manager who plays similar style, because we all know these players Ange has brought in are for him. They're Ange's players. They suit his style. You know, are we going to go back to overlapping fullbacks? Are these players going to have to completely forget everything they knew about Ange ball? It's going to be interesting to see, but while the motto for Celtic for the last 2 years has been, we never stop, with Ange gone, you know, I still think that we won't stop. We can't stop. And Ange put us in a position where it's a position, it's the strongest position we've ever been in. I'm forgetting my words here, you know, if we are in a position where we can't stop, because if we do stop, all of the work Ange has done will be not for nothing, but the way he left us, how we set up the structure of the club with our youth, with our depth. If we just let that all go, then it's gonna be a kick in the nuts, because it's just crazy what he did for the team, and I'm really upset. I will support Ange at Tottenham. I strongly dislike I've never liked Tottenham ever. Like, really, like, one of the teams, I don't follow the English football much, but Spurs never really liked him at all. Mainly for the Ajax semi-final in the Champions League. I was really pissed off that they got through Ajax and then just, you know, played like shit in the final. But that's there for Ange to change. And, you know, if I will support Ange. I won't really support Spurs, because I'm not going to really keep up, but I will 100% support Ange in everything he chooses to do. But I'm a Celtic man, through and through. And we never stop. We're going to keep going. We'll come back next year. Hopefully the new manager comes in. He keeps us going. We keep growing. The players who want to go will go. And we'll bring in new, fresh players. We'll either play with the same system or we'll have a new system. Whatever it is, we won't stop. We never stop. And we'll be bigger, better, stronger. And that's that. So to sum up this whole 14-minute video, thank you, Ange, for everything you've done at Celtic. I wish you the best of luck at Spurs. But for the Celtic fans, here we go again. We're on the road again. On our way to paradise. But that is all from me. So if you did enjoy the video, just let me know in the comments what are your thoughts, your honest thoughts on this whole situation. I'm still gutted. I have a sick feeling in my stomach, but that's life. And until next time, hail, hail.